Welcome to yet another exciting episode on the most authoritative sporting channel here on social media. His Excellency Turki Alalshikh, the man who has taken the responsibility of making major changes in the world of boxing, has made a categorical statement when it comes to a potential fight between no other than Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. He has stated the willingness to make a fair deal to Team Canelo. If they accept, then the Crawford fight would be next. Provided, he did not add that, but I am adding, provided Terence Crawford wins Israel Madrimov. So, before I share the tweet with you, if this is the type of content you do enjoy, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit the thumbs up button, express your views in the comment section, share this particular video with anyone who loves boxing, and for those new subscribers, I say thank you. First, let me bring you the tweet coming in from the camp of Michael Benson on Twitter, and it reads, His Excellency Turki Alalshikh has confirmed his intents to make Canelo an official offer for Terence Crawford fights next. I quote, I will give Canelo what I think is a fair price. If he accepts it, he deals directly with me to finish the deal. I don't want anyone in the middle. I guarantee Crawford a big fight. I want Canelo for Crawford and Crawford wants Canelo. But if Canelo is crazy with his financial demands, I still guarantee Crawford any fight he wants. Underline word he wants. Now, I think that this is a very, very bold statement that seems to tell us a story that we may be having Terence Crawford come face to face with Saul Canelo Alvarez, a potential fight somewhere early next year. It may be for Cinco de Mayo weekend, and we all know that that is a big Mexican weekend. And if the Latino community clashes with the black community, it is always a big fight. And coming from two fighters who have made a marquee name for themselves, who are future Hall of Famers by all standards, even though their career has not come to an end, I think this fight will do good in Las Vegas or anywhere the fight is staged in the world. So I think that if the fight happens, it would be a very, very good fight. Terence Crawford has shown over the years that he is a tough individual, and his biggest asset is not his skill, but the level of thinking and his strong mentality in the ring. Anything you can do, Crawford tries to do better. But this time around, he is coming in face to face with a short giant in the person of Saul Canelo Alvarez, with 65 bouts under his belt, winning about 61 of them, drawing 2 and losing 2. This is a monster in principle. He has a potential fight coming up against Edgar Berlanga. I have already stated that Saul Canelo Alvarez is going to go through Edgar like a hot knife through butter. But Terence Crawford has a decent opponent ahead of him next week, 3rd August, who may end up causing him problem. If Terence Crawford really wants to create the enthusiasm for the Saul Canelo Alvarez fights, he needs to beat Israel the Dream Madrimov clean and sweet and win by knockout or dominate him throughout the length of this particular fight. It must not be an evenly contested fight. If not, there would not be an enthusiasm for the Saul Canelo Alvarez fight by the fans, because if you are not able to beat Israel Madrimov, who doesn't have that much pro experience but a formidable opponent, how would you be able to deal with someone who is a seasoned pro, a 4-division champion, a former undisputed champion, and you coming 2 weights up in his weight, especially with Terence Crawford starting his career at 135? That would be a long stretch for Terence Crawford. But if he's able to hold his own and give a good account of himself against Canelo, I think he would earn the respect of many boxing fans. But if he's able to get the victory against Madrimov and Saul Canelo Alvarez, then I think that his greatness would definitely be surpassing the likes of Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather. Yes, you'd say that Floyd has already beaten Canelo, but Floyd did not beat Canelo in his prime and at his absolute best. This is a well experienced Canelo, and Crawford is the older fighter and starting his career at 135 and moving on to 168 to beat Canelo. I think if Crawford is able to do that, his legacy would surpass Floyd Manny Mayweather, because this is a guy who has been wanting the big fight and hasn't gotten it. He is now getting it at the twilight of his career, and being able to overcome a monster like Madrimov and a huge monster like Saul Canelo Alvarez, I think that that would go a long way to speak for himself. Even as at now, being compared to Floyd Manny Mayweather tells a lot about the skill of Terence Crawford. But I think that Saul Canelo Alvarez is the favorite, and as at now, I tip him to win the fight until I see Crawford against Madrimov. If Crawford is dominant against Madrimov, I would re-study both fighters and see if I would change my mind or not. But as at now, I think the Crawford versus Canelo fight is a good fight. I have already stated that Crawford wanting Canelo is an afterthought, because I have already done an episode which I would leave in the description box below. But I think that this is a very good fight. And for the last thing I want to talk about is where the quote said, "I will guarantee Crawford any fight he wants." And Crawford has stated categorically that he doesn't want the Booth Ennis fight. If Booth Ennis really wants to fight Crawford, then I think Booth Ennis should move up to the 154 division, win a world title, and force the hands of Crawford to face him, because Crawford may want to become undisputed in the third division. And if Booth Ennis is holding a world title in that division, there is no running away from him. If Crawford does that, that would be a clear duck, and that would not be the Crawford we know, who has not ducked and dodged anyone throughout his career. Let's remember, Crawford is one of the fighters who is never in any close fight. Any fight he is in, he wins emphatically and precisely. And for Booth Ennis to want to fight such a person, I think that is brave on Booth Ennis, but he is not on the radar. I think Booth Ennis should focus on himself, become undisputed in the welterweight division. By that time, Crawford would have been through many wars, and he would be on his way out. And if he beats Crawford as at that time, it will still be a plus, because the fight has been spoken about today, and it would even carry more momentum, and it would be a sort of handing over the torch to Booth Ennis, because Booth Ennis has a lot of young talent around his division. Virgil Ortiz is at 154. He has Keith Thurman, who is an old horse around. He has the likes of Devin the Dream Haney, the likes of Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, who are all around that division. So he has a potential big fight ahead of him, not to focus on Terence Crawford, because I think that Booth versus Virgil Ortiz would be a very, very good fight later in the future. So Booth should not focus on Terence Crawford. If Terence Crawford beats him now, he will be regarded as a fluke. But if he's able to take his time and let the fight marinate, I think that he would have a better chance of beating Bud than he has as of today. This is my take. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, hit subscribe, thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and share this video with anyone who loves boxing. Thank you. Your greatness has no limit. Let's remember, the Paris Olympic Games is ongoing. Let's support our various countries. I say go Ghana, go Ghana, go Ghana.